What's up, everybody? It's Mike from Dope Cardboard, and today on Sleeved, Slabs, and Sealed, we're going to be talking about Mega Evolutions, the newest English Pokemon set. Released in September 25th, total of 310 cards. We're going to be going over some of my favorite cards and how they're performing. The Mega Lucario EX Gold card is currently going for $756 on eBay. Most recent sold on eBay, $700, $650, $730. And there's a couple PSA 10s that went for $2,801 and $2,805. Crazy. These gold cards are extremely hard to pull, but they are holding their value pretty well, and I don't see them going down anytime soon. This card raw started at around 1,000, came down to a low of about 589, and then slowly crawling up here to where we're at today, $712. Crazy. What about the Mega Gardevoir EX Gold card? It's currently sitting at around $626 on eBay. Most recent solds $430, $800, $700, with the PSA 10s at around $2,600. Insane. Let's look at the raw price here. So yeah, we've been, it's a pretty stable price throughout September and October, with a high of around $862, and we are currently at around $626 now for the Mega Gardevoir EX Gold card. This is my favorite card of Mega Evolutions, the Mega Venusaur EX. Currently sitting at around $230 raw. PSA 10s of the Mega Venusaur, $775, $810, $750. There was one that went for $1,300. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but that's bonkers. But yeah, there was a high of $1,300 here, so that's probably it. But it looks like stability's hitting at around 530 for this super dope card. Another one of my favorites is the Mega Gardevoir EX SIR. This card looks so cool. I love the colors on this card. I haven't seen it in person yet, but I'm sure in person it looks super, super cool. Currently sitting at around $329, with most recent sold $273, $295, $280, $460, $375. And for the PSA 10s, most recent solds around $1,025. There's only been about 4 transactions, starting off at $2,250, and we moved all the way down to around $1,000 for a PSA 10 of the Mega Gardevoir EX SIR. This card raw started at around $750, slowly came down to where we are now at around $323. I could see this card coming down a little bit more in price, especially with Phantasmal Flames coming out soon. But yeah, this is one of my favorites, the Mega Gardevoir EX SIR. I don't think enough people have been talking about the Mega Latias EX SIR. This card looks so dope. I love the art on this card. Currently, this card raw is sitting at around $205, with the most recent sold on this card raw was $225. Some other transactions are $177.50, $190, $190, $300 for this card raw. What about PSA 10s of this bad boy? PSA 10s started around $1,400, and then we crept down here to $1,099 Some most recent solds are 1,275, 1,225, and 1,900. There's only 4 transactions so far. These are still relatively new, but they're going to be coming out. And I'm sure the more and more PSA 10s that come out, this will dip a bit more, maybe even below 1,000. But yeah, this is definitely another one of my favorites, the Mega Latias EX SAR. I love this Vulpix illustration rare. Gives me extreme warm vibes. Perfect for October and fall. Just Vulpix chilling by the fire. So sick. But this has been sitting strong since release. From around $28 to where we are now at around $24 raw. There are no PSA 10s listed yet of this card. I'm sure they'll start rolling out soon. But most recent sold 2860, 25, 26. Went as low as 1550 for the Vulpix illustration rare from Mega Evolutions. Trainer cards I enjoy. Lily's Determination, super rad. Raw, this card's going for around 150 with the most recent sold of 127, 158, and 130. Went as high as 372 at the end of September. Again, I haven't seen this card in person, but I'm sure this thing pops with all these light colors. PSA 10s of this card are floating at around 945. There's only 4 transactions, but most recent was 1400. PSA 10, Lily's Determination. Bonkers. This card, the Lieutenant Surge Bargain, another super dope trainer from Mega Evolutions. This art is super cool. This is like probably one of the only ones of this set with that kind of artwork, I think. So it definitely sticks out, yeah. There might be like one other one, but in terms of trainers, it definitely is in a class of its own. This card's super sick. I love the art, super simplistic. So this card raw started at around 95 and it's crept all the way down to where we are now at around $35 with some most recent solds of $44, $45, $30, and $33 for the Lieutenant Surge Bargain. But yeah, this set's super exciting. It's a pretty big set. Total value of around a little over $4,000 for a master set of this bad boy. Let's see how the booster boxes are performing. So there's the enhanced booster box, which is currently sitting at a price of around a little over $300. Some most recent solds, $300, $330, $320 for the enhanced booster box of Mega Evolutions. And then for the non-enhanced regular booster box of Mega Evolution, very similar price actually. Most recent sold $320, $300, $344. So they're actually not that far off from each other, which is kind of funny because one has a special promo and the other one does not. But they're at around the same price. For the Pokemon Center, Lucario ETB, most recent prices are $250, $250, $229. And for the Gardevoir Pokemon Center ETB, most recent sold $215, $242, $220, $240, $240. So it's around $240 comfortably. Keep in mind these are on Pokemon Center release for MSRP at $60 and they're going for around $240, and this set's only been out for a month. That's insane. But yeah, super strong set, pretty large set. I'm excited to see how these cards perform throughout this year and leading into 2026. There's a lot of cool cards in here. I'm sure some of these illustration rares will pop off. But yeah, that was Sleeved, Slabs, and Sealed with Mike from Dope Cardboard, and I'll catch you on the next one. Stay dope.
Dope.